So with this self-portrait video project, I'm hoping that you will take videos on your phone. Remember to shoot your videos in landscape format because we're setting these up for desktop or TV viewing, which is a 16:9 ratio. And also any stock videos that you download, make sure they're 16:9 ratio. So you can use any kind of stock video site. A lot of the images that we get from free image sites, you're going to be able to find video there as well. So Pexels is a good one, Unsplash. There's probably more than that. These are just the ones that I tend to use. So, you know, with the stock videos too, just remember that you're not supposed to use that much stock video in your actual project. It's only supposed to make up like 25% of your project, if any of it. But if you want some in there, you can do that. Just make sure most of your project is video that you've taken yourself. You can use older videos or newer videos, or ones that you've shot specifically for the project. Would probably be a good idea to do that, to shoot some video specifically for the project. But anyways, I looked up birds flying and went to videos, and then you can actually click on the video and see how long it is. This one's 11 seconds. You can watch it, see if you like it, and then you can just push the free download button. You can get it in the original size or in smaller sizes. I usually just get it in the original size, and that'll go into your downloads folder. That's how you would collect your stock videos anyway. So let's go ahead and launch Adobe Rush. Let's go into Finder down here in the left-hand side of our dock, little smiley guy. Go to Applications, click on Adobe Premiere Rush. You might have like a little carrot-looking symbol, which you would open up and then double-click on this actual thing here. This icon, and that will launch Adobe Rush. We can see that it's in the dock. So this is what Adobe Rush looks like on the inside. You can do a control click options keep in dock so that you don't have to go looking for it again in the applications folder. But if we want to start a new project, we just go to this create new project button. So the left menu here, this is kind of where we can navigate our computer. I'm going to provide you with a file that you will download out of Brightspace called Adobe Rush Demo Files. So make sure you do that before you follow along to this video. Mine's on my desktop, but yours will probably be in your downloads. So it's called the Adobe Rush Demo Files. So let's go ahead and click on that. Let's click on the primary footage. Let's put a name in here. The project name is actually down here. So let's name it Mary Adobe Rush Demo. I'm going to name it 2 because I already did this before. You don't have to put the 2 on yours. Then there's the settings here. We want to make sure we're in 16:9. This is the ratio of what our video is going to be set up to, and we want to do 16:9. This would be more for social media, or these ones might be for social media as well. This would be for like Instagram stories or Facebook stories. This would be more for like posts. So, but we're doing a 16:9 ratio, so make sure you get that clicked. Push OK. And then after that, you can push Create. You can also sync this with the Creative Cloud if you want by checking this button before you push Create. If you want to work on multiple devices, I'm not going to do that for this project. So push Create at the bottom right corner. So now we're going to be in the primary editing interface. So the upper right-hand corner, you have the undo and the redo button, so those are going to be pretty handy. This button here is the graphics. So this is where you can actually bring in like motion graphics, or let's actually bring in a graphic. So go ahead and follow me with this. Or actually, no, these are provided graphics. So let's not do this quite yet. And then this is the effects panel. So this is where transitions will be. This is like fading in, fading out, dissolving, fading to black, fading to white, in between your edited clips so that there's no hard edits. And there's actually quite a few to choose from. You can do pan and zooming and auto frame in here as well. We'll get into that a little bit more. This is the color grading panel, so we can actually change. This is on none right now, but you can do the preloaded ones, and you can also create a custom one in here too. This next one down is the speed, so you can change the speed of your clips. This is the audio, so this is where we can kind of browse for audio files. You can do some advanced things to the audio as well. And then this is the transform, where you would like change the horizontal, vertical position of different things on the canvas, or whatever this is called here. You can rotate things, change the opacity, those kinds of things within this transform panel. We can actually click this up to kind of make our timeline area down here larger. So it's just a stacked, and I suggest you do that so you can see this a little bit better. This is where we could actually change the aspect ratio if we needed to, but we're not going to do that. This is the play button. This is actually the play head right here. So we can actually click and drag that, or we can just push play. And as we push play, it should start to move. There we go. It was a little jumpy at first, but so it will play through the footage. You can see the playhead move as it plays. You can pause it. So this is the scissors. This is where you can clip and split your clip of video up, or your audio clips up. You can duplicate video clips here. You can trash them. You can expand the audio tracks so that you can see visual representations of the audio, which can be handy. And this one is the multi-select tool. You can use this to basically select multiple things in the timeline, I believe. So the upper left, this is where we import and add media, anything from outside the program. This is the project assets, so see everything that's actually in your project. So if you click on that, you can see everything that's in the project. You can click on it again to make it go away. Here's the home button. So if we click on the home button, it'll take us to basically out of our project and into like this area here. We can get back into the project we were just in by clicking on it. So let's do some basic editing, and I want you to follow along. So let's actually start by chopping up our primary footage. So let's actually scrub through the footage and get to a place with the playhead where we want to be. You can also scrub through it this way. You don't have to touch the playhead necessarily. And we're going to start by chopping up our footage and then getting rid of pieces we don't want. So we're going to scrub through the footage, get the blue line or the playhead where we want it to be. Maybe, let's say I want to crop out part of this video for whatever reason. Let's go ahead and use the scissors to cut this video footage. So click on the scissors, and as you can see, it has removed, or it has cut the actual primary footage. So maybe I wanted to just take out this portion of the video, so I can actually push the scissor button again, and I can actually grab this and delete it. And it'll automatically move this. If I don't, maybe it'll automatically move that one over for me to line up with the. So I was able to delete a section of that middle section of that video footage. You can also grab the yellow edges on either the front or the back of these videos, video clips, to shorten them and edit them down if you want. But it only works from either the beginning or the end of the video. So the scissors might still be necessary. So just make sure that you delete part of that primary footage, that you have two different video clips here, just so that you actually ended up using the scissors and clipping out part of that primary footage. Okay, so we're actually going to come to the end of the video, the playhead, and we're actually going to go to the import button. We're going to actually bring in some extra footage. So up here, add media, your media, and I want to go to the secondary footage. It can be any of these. I'm going to go ahead and add in this flock of flying birds, and then push add, and that'll bring it in, and it'll bring it on typically at the end of your video. So we can close out of that, and then let me move this over because I'm having issues. We can actually expand. I'm go ahead and push this button here. You can actually see more here, but we can grab this and I think we can move it on top of our video footage. So basically it kind of is working like layers in Photoshop almost. So I mean the first part of the video is going to be these people, and then it's going to cut to the birds. So whatever is on top is going to show up in the footage. So we can actually make this a little shorter if we want to shorten that up. And so as you can see, if we scrub through the video or play through the video, the first few bits of it are going to be just these people celebrating, and then it'll clip over or go over to the birds flying. This isn't playing super smoothly for me. I have to typically push play a couple times. I think it just makes my computer think. But you can see what effect that had. So next up, let's add in some text on this. So basically, I believe it's up here. Yeah, that's where it's at. It's up here under graphics. Wait, maybe it's under effects? No. So add graphic, and then here's some titles. So your video that you make is going to require that you add titles in. So some of them are more elaborate than others. I think I'm just going to go with like a really basic one. I'm going to scrub through. Maybe I wanted to start at the beginning of this to introduce this clip here. So let's go ahead and click here and then push add. So I clicked on the title, I pushed add, and that should bring that in. And so if we want to change, the font style, the color of the font, I think white is actually going to work pretty well on this darker image. You can change a lot of different things here. Let's see. So if I need to click on that, there it is. So if I click in here, I can change this. So I'm going to put my name in here. You can do the same. And then if we want to move it around, as far as like, you can change the shape color too. Like there's different options. So if I change this, I can make it like, maybe I want it pink or purple or something. So I made it purple. You can do different shadow effects and stuff, but really what we want to do is go to this transform panel. And if we want to move it around, we have to use this, which I think is kind of, it would be nice to just be able to pick it up, but for some reason it doesn't let you do that. So, you don't want to obviously move it around too far, but like this is how you would move it around. You'd have to use that transform panel. I'm actually going to put it down here. You can rotate it a little bit if you want, change the opacity. So that's kind of where you would go to move it around in the transition panel at the bottom here. But you definitely need to add in that title or graphic, so follow along to that, put your name in there, move it down or move it around on the page a little bit. And then we are actually going to, the graphics, we already did that. So let's actually go into transitions and effects, which are basically the transitions between video clips. So instead of it being like a hard cut, you can actually kind of make them transition nicer for each other, or in between, I guess, the clips. It kind of just, I don't know, helps out with that. So if we go into effects, transitions, I can actually make this dissolve, and you can see it added a dissolve in there on this clip. So if I play through that, if I can get it to play, usually I have to do it a couple times, but you can see that added kind of a dissolve in there. And you can add it to the front and back of your clip too. Maybe I want it to fade to black at the end, so you can see that happened for me. And the first part of this is still, I believe, on dissolve. So, or it should be. Yeah, so you can see dissolve in black for the front and back of this clip. And I would suggest doing that for at least both of the primary footage. So I just put in like, here I want it to wipe up. Over here at the back of it, I want it to do something else. So we can add in, slide up or something. So make sure you get those transitions in under the primary footage for this demo. And I'm going to go over a few more things in the next video.